Hello there, everyone. It's me, Justin, your EagleSkipper, here with episode 12 of Journey to the Top here with Middlesbrough FC. Now, since you were last here, just a couple games to go over, and you can already see them in the top, but we'll take a look at the schedule. We faced Bournemouth and Liverpool. We beat Bournemouth 1-0 in our last game without Hassan and Madur. Svanberg scoring the only goal in that one. And it was just a professional little job. 49th minute winner, only goal, proved to be the difference. We then went and got blown out by Liverpool at Anfield 4-2. Wolf Bolton and Asuma Madur getting on the score sheet, so it was good to see the both of them scoring. They both don't score very often, and they're able to do it against Liverpool, which was great to see. But Madur, he's played, if we just take a look, 10 games in the African Cup of Nations this season. So he's played 10 games in the first 2 months of the year. So we are giving him a well-deserved 1 week rest. And I promised he wasn't going to play this game, so we're not going to start him. So we'll have to make do with that. Wolf Bolton also scoring his 6th goal of the season. Doesn't score very often. I mean, he's already starting to peter out his potential, but he is starting to fulfill some potential too, so that's good to see. He's been playing as a winger recently, so that's good. And we're going to be facing Tottenham today, who are sitting 12th. We're relegation candidates earlier in the season, but right now we're finding ourselves both in the FA Cup 5th round, chasing the top pack. So let's take a look at the tactic we're going to be putting out there today to try to neutralize Tottenham. We're going to be putting Hassan in goal, back four of Taylor, Benedito, Pau, and Mensah. Actually, as I'm thinking, we're going to give Riley the start. He's played well, and it's a cup game. But in midfield, we're going to be putting Pearson and Svanberg with Powell ahead of them, Kavanagh and Bolton out on the wings, and Dreyer up front. I mean, this thing says that Powell and Dreyer don't play very well together, but we haven't really played them together ourselves. That's from the previous manager, so we'll give them a little run out, see if they can do a job. We'll just go with what it is, naturally let all of these changes take place, and we'll get into this game, and hopefully we can get a result from this game. I mean, we're in the 5th round of the FA Cup. We made it pretty far last season, so we'll hope to get, I don't know if we can equal our result from last season, but we'll hope to get something from Spurs. We've got a good away fan crowd there behind the goal, so we'll hope to turn our little bit of a fan presence into the only ones making any noise other than booing. So if we can get them booing, then that's good. We see an opening highlight with starting with our keeper, which is never a great thing to see, but we are able to get it forward, and Bolton is clear on the wing, skips past one man. Is he going to put it across? He's going to put it into Pearson, who gets his first goal of the season. Ben Pearson with an effort from well outside the area. Nice find from Bolton, puts it right in his path, and one touch straight into the center of the net. The keeper was out of position, thinking he was going to give it to someone else, but he didn't. And I mean, we've got the goal, so that's what matters. I mean, 4 people in the box, and he gives it to Pearson, who is outside of the area. The keeper really played that well, but we played it better, and it was fantastic little team play. As we see, Tottenham are on the attack, as Powell gets a nice little header out pretty far, but not further than a Tottenham player, as Powell is able to pick that one up, gets it up to Dreyer, who finds Kavanagh, sees there's a number of people charging inside ahead of him, so he's probably going to put in a cross. He wants to put in a cross, but somehow has it clank off of a Spurs defender, is able to get it into Pearson again, who scores his 2nd goal of the game. Goodness gracious, Ben Pearson, I think it's fair to say you have earned a starting place in the next match, because McCrory has not been playing well as our midfielder, has not been playing as our deep line playmaker. So Ben Pearson, welcome to the first team. Look at that. Just places it, beats the keeper at his own near post. Excellent. excellent work. I mean, we're 12 minutes gone by, so the game is far from over. Although Bolton is wanting to put the team on his back, can't quite find anybody up there because everybody else was in defense, as Riley is going to come over to collect it with his feet, just pumps it forward, is able to clear it just far enough and that he's able to get back to cover the goal as Svanberg completely misses a tackle. Don't even know what he was trying to do there. As they do have somebody in through on goal, does beat Riley. I mean, I don't know who to blame there. Powell wasn't, or I guess Di Benedetto wasn't there. Svanberg just completely outclassed. Probably goes down to Taylor. Taylor probably should have done better. Riley also is going to feel like he got beat at his near post, and he should feel a little bad about that, but that's fine. Do we want to work the ball into the box? I think we're doing okay at the moment, but if this goes wrong, then we'll turn it on. But as Riley collects that one nicely from the corner, our players do go out trying to find something. Dreyer does get it onto the foot of Bolton. Bolton is charging forward, going to put in a shot, and as happens with every winger in Football Manager, it hits the side netting. But at least this time there wasn't anybody that he could have squared it to. Dreyer did a good job to get the ball to him. We'll let them work it into the box. Yeah. I mean, sure, we've got shots from long range, but we're scoring them, and we're not scoring our inside the box shots. But we'll let Powell get this in, as I just saw who their goalkeeper is, and that's pretty intimidating. But it's also pretty nice that we've already got 2 goals on him. His name shall remain nameless, just because, I mean, of everybody, we don't want to be scored on by the goalkeeper. But as I say that, our goalkeeper has the ball, gets it up to Mensah, who gets tackled, but Powell is able to get a hold of it as one of their players trips over a blade of grass, and Bolton is going to charge forward. And does he win a penalty? We're going to watch him run over to the VAR table, maybe. No, he's going to run up, and everyone is begging for them to point at the spot. Does he? They finally get to call the VAR. And yes, the penalty is awarded. Didn't get to see who is going to put it. It is Pearson. Pearson on a hat trick, scores his hat trick. Ben Pearson, 3rd goal of the season, 3rd goal of the game. Gonna be questions from the fans why he hasn't been starting this season. But yeah, I mean, we'll just put you up front next game. How about that? No, we're not going to put you up front. Our midfield is absolutely winning us this game. Pearson on a 9.0, was on a 9.0, now on an 8.9, has a hat trick. Kavanaugh, Powell, and Bolton playing well together. Dreyer doing decent up front. And our defense hasn't been spectacular, as we get another highlight in a Tottenham attack. They are able to get the ball onto the floor inside the box, but Di Benedetto was able to close that one down, gets it to Riley, who hoofs it up, wants to find Dreyer, couldn't, and Spurs is charging forward. Nobody's really closing down their winger, who, you guessed it, is without a name, as Di Benedetto is able to get that one headed clear, finds Callum Kavanaugh, who sees Dreyer ahead of him. Is he going to put it in? No, he's not. He's going to take it himself, gives it to somebody who gives it to Bolton, and Bolton is able to thread through Kavanaugh, who is way out of position, shouldn't have been there in the first place. And yeah, that's the end of that highlight. But as I'm able to finish talking about it, we get another highlight starting from our goalkeeper, which, I mean, is kind of concerning, the number of efforts we're getting that's starting with a goal kick. That's showing, one, that they're getting through and getting to that side of the pitch, but it's also showing that there's a chance for them to get a shot away, like they did just there. But if we take a look at the people on the pitch who need to come off, Powell, Svanberg, and Bolton are looking really tired. We may want to get somebody on in defense just for them to make a difference, but, I mean, we're bending, but we haven't broken quite yet. I mean, we let do a goal, so we broke a little bit, but it's just a little bit. Let's just outstretch our arms, tell them that they've played well. Dreyer also not playing particularly well in attack. We may switch him and Kavanaugh, though we saw what happened when Kavanaugh got the ball. He didn't give it to anybody. As we see a highlight start from their half for the first time. The sound has disappeared. Nobody else is in the stadium, even though we can see a lot of people cheering. As Taylor is able to get that forward, can't find Kavanaugh, and Svanberg closes down the defender as Powell tries to get over to the next one. Really wish we could stop the ball getting kicked around, as Taylor is going to be not caught completely out of position. He is able to recover a little bit as they put in a looping header, and Riley... Oh, you can't see me. I'm leaning back, covering my face. That's a completely embarrassing one to concede. He just tips it. Wants to tip it over, but he can't get his hand... Oh my gosh. It's pathetic. Just pathetic. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Svanberg off in midfield. Maybe bring on McCann, give him a little run out. Powell also not playing particularly well. Do we want to bring on McIntyre? Palmer Brown? Probably Palmer Brown to play on the right side. Mensah also not playing particularly well. We can probably bring on McCrory on that side as they... Oh, I thought they scored. It was over. Oh my goodness. Powell really needs to come off. Who can we bring on for him? Nobody. I mean, we could bring Kavanaugh over for him. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do if I can end up pausing the game. We'll switch Kavanaugh in for attacking midfield. Bring Betts on the right wing, and we'll let that see out the rest of the game. We've already made one change in midfield, one change in attack, and one change in defense. So that's a well-balanced substitution spree for us, as the Spurs fans aren't reacting as you would expect a team that wants to get a result from this game. As the ball gets to Bolton, who gives it up to Kavanaugh, who was through on goal, can't get anything. Dreyer can't get a shot away, and Kavanaugh can't get a second effort away as the keeper is laying on the ground, just contemplating life as his defense bails him out. But Di Benedetto is going to take this shot and wants to score. That was a nice effort from Di Benedetto. Could have been a great goal, but their world-class goalkeeper is able to keep it out, as Bolton is going to give him a chance to correct his miss. Wasn't able to, and it looked like Taylor just got out of the way, let him run. As we see Riley step up to take a kick. Who's he going to find? He finds Betts. Betts holds it nicely, puts a ball in for Dreyer, who is behind the keeper. But as the keeper was falling, he decided to take a shot rather than dribble past him. Oh, that was a mistake from Dreyer. I can't be complaining about the shot. It was a good shot. The keeper really should have saved it, and he did. Dreyer should have just took one more touch to get past the keeper, as Bolton is looking to whip in across, wants to find somebody. Nobody jumped for it, and it looks like Kavanaugh is going to get the clearance, gets it up to McCann, who holds on to it for a bit too long, gives it back to Kavanaugh, who finds Pearson, and they're just kicking it back and forth, having their own little game as Kavanaugh is through on goal and is able to hammer it home for our 4th goal of the game. Callum Kavanaugh, 8th goal of the season, showing he has what it takes to be at least a bench option for us. If we do make it into Europe, he's not going to cut it, but for a team wanting to get a couple results, he has done enough. I mean, if he's able to beat Donnarumma, just jinx us, if he's able to beat Donnarumma like that, then he should be able to have at least a bench place for our club. But yeah, now that I've said that, they're going to get a goal here, as Riley is able to collect it after it bounced off the post. It must have just merged through his chest, like through osmosis or something like that. But he got the save. That's what matters. And yeah, I think that's going to be just about the end of the game. Maybe one more highlight. Maybe one more goal. I don't see them scoring 2 goals, especially as their guy wasn't able to get that on target, and they're trying to keep us from being able to waste time. And we're not trying to waste time. We just want to get the ball out. Gets it to Palmer Brown. Hoofs it forward, wants Dreyer. Can't quite find Dreyer. Dreyer didn't jump for it. But Mensah is able to get it up. Wanting Bolton. Can't find Bolton. And credit to Tottenham. They're not giving up on the game. As Dele Alli wasn't able to get that one on goal. There's only 10 seconds left before the ref should blow his whistle. And there it goes. A 2-4 victory for Middlesbrough over Tottenham in the FA Cup fifth round, not qualifying round. We're not in Darlington anymore. Yeah, they deserve the win. It was a top goal from Pearson. Don't know which one he's talking about. Probably not the penalty, but either the other two are definitely top goals. So yeah, as they say, unlikely victory. I mean, yeah, that's pretty unlikely. The interim head coach where? Where is he the interim head coach at Tottenham? Oh, they've fired their head coach. Yeah, I don't know why I'm looking at the staff. Let's take a look at the schedule and see when our next game is going to be. We'll probably go through another month and catch the quarterfinal. That's where we made it last season, I believe. If we just look at competitions, FA Cup last season, we did make it to the quarterfinal. So we'll see. Last season we faced Liverpool there. Let's see if it shows when. Let's see if it shows when the draw is going to be. I mean, we're the first ones to play. Take a look at the rules on the 27th. So yeah, give me just a moment. I'm going to play forward and we'll see the draw to see who we're going to face tomorrow. And I read that completely wrong. I mean, if we just take a look at this, the draw date for the 5th round was January 27th. The draw date for the quarterfinal is March 7th. That's in a week's time. Yeah, we'll find out who we face tomorrow on the thumbnail of tomorrow's episode. So if you enjoyed that, go ahead and leave a like, drop a comment. If you want to name one of our youth intake players, I said last episode that we've got 1 episode, but I think we actually got 1 episode, and if we just take a look at our dev center, I mean, golden generation. So, I mean, follow me on Twitter to see if you want to name one of those guys as soon as they come through, and subscribe if you'd like to continue to join us on this journey to the top.